Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Carter turns against Hope after losing everything. Ridge's prediction comes true. The bold and the beautiful B&B spoilers reveal that Ridge Forrester, Thorsten Kaye, recently made some big predictions about Carter Walton's Lawrence St. Victor future. Ridge feels like Carter has thrown his whole life away for Hope Logan, Annika Noel, so he's expecting Carter to regret it one day. Carter stole control of Forrester Creations through a sneaky LLC plan, so Ridge is determined to get it back and make him pay the price. Although Ridge is livid over Carter's betrayal, he's perhaps even angrier with Hope for manipulating Carter into this. Of course, we should point out that Hope's manipulation isn't what B&B showed on screen. Carter was the one who suggested the LLC takeover plot and explained everything to Hope, so it's not really her fault the Forresters lost control. Hope was Carter's cheerleader along the way, but that's not the same as manipulating him to do what she wants. This was a decision Carter and Hope were both on board with, but he deserves most of the blame since his name was on the LLC papers. Nevertheless, it's easy to imagine Carter deciding Ridge is right down the road. Once Carter inevitably loses control of Forrester Creations, he'll still be stuck outside the Forrester family he once loved so much. Carter has lost his friendships with Ridge and Eric Forrester, John McCook, not to mention his reputation has taken a huge hit. It's clear that Carter won't be getting any positive references from the Forresters when it's time to find another job. Carter may end up unemployed as he deals with the bitter taste of defeat, so he's probably going to want someone to blame when it all goes wrong. Will Hope once again be held responsible once Carter loses everything? After Carter's plan falls apart and he realizes his world has blown up, he may turn against Hope. Carter may develop a grudge and ultimately hate Hope, just like Ridge said he would. Hope and Carter honestly don't feel like a couple that's meant to last, so resentment could lead to some breakup news somewhere down the line. The bold and the beautiful spoilers hint that Hope may be in for a rude awakening when Carter decides she's ruined his life, so stay tuned for updates on where things will go from here. In the ever-turbulent world of the bold and the beautiful, the lives of the Forrester family and their inner circle are about to take a dramatic turn. As if the tensions of the love triangles and corporate power struggles weren't enough, a series of shocking betrayals and unforeseen consequences will rock the foundations of the Forrester empire. In the coming weeks, one character's downfall will leave a trail of destruction, and Ridge Forrester's ominous prediction will prove eerily prophetic. Carter's breaking point. Carter Walton has always been a man of integrity, a loyal friend, and a dedicated professional. For years, he's quietly endured heartbreak and emotional turmoil as he stood by his colleagues, particularly his close friend Hope Logan. However, recent events will prove to be the final straw for Carter. After his life takes a drastic turn, losing nearly everything he holds dear, his once unshakable loyalty will begin to crumble, and his relationship with Hope will spiral into something far darker. Hope, the ever-optimistic daughter of Brooke Logan, has found herself entangled in a web of complex emotions involving her husband Liam Spencer and the passionate allure of Thomas Forrester. As she continues to struggle with her feelings for Thomas, despite her deep love for Liam, her actions will set off a series of chain reactions that will force Carter to reconsider his role in her life. Carter, who has always been there for Hope during moments of doubt and confusion, will come to a painful realization. He's watched from the sidelines as Hope's relationship with Liam falters, and as Thomas inserts himself back into her orbit. But when Carter loses something priceless, whether it's his job, his sense of security, or even a key relationship, he will begin to feel betrayed not only by Hope, but by the entire Forrester family. Ridge's warning comes true. Throughout the turmoil, Ridge Forrester has had his doubts about the direction the Logan women are taking, particularly when it comes to Hope. Ridge, ever the pragmatic father and businessman, predicted that Hope's emotional roller coaster would eventually lead her into a dangerous territory. He warned her time and time again about the consequences of her actions, especially regarding her fluctuating feelings for Thomas. But Hope, stubborn and determined to believe in her own vision of a perfect future, dismissed his concerns as old-fashioned or irrelevant. Now, Ridge's harshest predictions are coming to fruition. As Carter's sense of betrayal deepens and his loyalty to Hope begins to fracture, Ridge will find himself vindicated, though it will do little to ease the tension in the family. For Ridge, this is not a victory. It's a painful confirmation that his family has fallen into a cycle of self-destruction. He will find himself torn between protecting his daughter and confronting the very individuals he once trusted as friends and allies. But Ridge's prediction wasn't limited to Hope's troubled relationships. It also extended to the very structure of the Forrester family business. With the turmoil surrounding the Logan-Forrester dynamics, Ridge is beginning to fear that the company he spent his life building could be slipping out of his grasp. As Carter's resentment grows and Hope's choices become more reckless, the Forrester legacy could be jeopardized by personal vendettas and corporate sabotage. Carter's betrayal and its fallout. The most shocking twist of all is Carter's decision to turn against Hope. After years of being her confidant, her protector, and even the man who silently loved her from afar, Carter will feel abandoned and betrayed by her actions. As Hope begins to move closer to Thomas, the man who has caused so much heartbreak in her family's past, Carter will see it as the ultimate sign of disloyalty. He will no longer stand idly by while the woman he cares for allows herself to be swept up by Thomas's charm. What starts as a simmering resentment will quickly escalate into full-blown anger, and Carter will confront Hope with a fury that no one saw coming. He will accuse her of being selfish, reckless, and blind to the consequences of her choices. In his eyes, Hope is putting her family, her marriage, and her own future at risk, all for a fleeting attraction to Thomas. Carter, heartbroken and disillusioned, will lash out, ultimately severing ties with her. But Carter's actions will have unexpected repercussions. His betrayal will leave Hope reeling and questioning everything she thought she knew about her closest allies. More importantly, it will spark a bitter conflict between the Forresters and the Logans, setting the stage for even greater family divides. Hope's descent into chaos. Hope will struggle to make sense of Carter's betrayal. She's always relied on him as a stabilizing force in her life, and his turn against her will shake her to her core. But it won't just be Carter that she loses. As the rift between her and Liam deepens and her attraction to Thomas intensifies, Hope will find herself isolated in a way she never expected. She'll try to salvage her marriage to Liam, but the cracks will only grow wider. Meanwhile, Thomas will continue to push forward, fueling the conflict by whispering sweet promises of a future together. Hope's once clear vision of what her life should be will become clouded with confusion, guilt, and desperation. As she tries to maintain a semblance of control, she'll find herself more entangled in the drama than ever before, unable to escape the whirlwind of emotions swirling around her. The family drama intensifies. As Carter's betrayal takes center stage, the ripple effects will cause shockwaves across both the Forrester and Logan families. Ridge, always the mediator, will try to maintain peace, but his worst fears will be realized as the fractures in the family deepen. Steffi and Thomas will continue to vie for control over the Forrester empire, and the tensions between their loyalties to Ridge, their father Eric, and their own ambitions will become more palpable. Brooke, who has always championed her daughter's happiness, will be forced to reckon with the choices Hope has made, as well as the growing divide between her family and the Forresters. The fallout will not be limited to personal relationships. As Ridge begins to realize the extent of the damage done to his family's business and reputation, he will make moves to safeguard Forrester Creations from the chaos that threatens to consume it. But with Carter now at odds with Hope, and possibly plotting his own future at the company, Ridge might have more to lose than just his family. The stakes are higher than ever, and no one, least of all Ridge, will be able to predict the final outcome. Conclusion: a new era for the Forrester family. Carter's betrayal and Ridge's forewarning signal, the beginning of a new chapter in The Bold and the Beautiful. As loyalties shift and family bonds fray, the Forresters and Logans will find themselves at the mercy of their own actions. What happens next could change the trajectory of these beloved characters' lives forever. In a world where love and power often collide, Carter's turn against Hope could be the catalyst for an even more explosive confrontation that threatens not only the Forrester dynasty, but the very essence of family itself.